Hi, welcome to a Chili Chunn World's Hottest, where we're going to tackle a beautiful traditional beef chili recipe containing 7 chili peppers, dried, fresh. We're also going to hit it with the Last Dab Reduxx, one of the all-time great chili head cooking additives. And yeah, we're going to try to find the world's hottest bowl of chili on Chili Chunn. Alright, so before you can even think about putting stuff in a crock pot, and I know you're already thinking about it, stop. You gotta have chili mix to go as the backbone, the spine of your chili. And it's a lot of work, but there's only one real way to do this, and it involves copious dried peppers. I've got this beautiful blend look of guajillo, pasilla, I've got ancho, I've even got some chili piquins in there. Yeah, what you want to do, if you don't have one of these, Google it before you get one. There's a lot of them and they mostly suck. But this one here is just a huge chunk of earth, basically, big old granite stone. It's well seasoned, been used a lot. And when you're using the molcajete or the mortar and pestle, you always want to put the dry stuff in first. And then start with like a kind of, oh yeah, also, not to forget, if you have a family that lives with you and you're a molcajete enthusiast, you're not going to want to put it directly on the countertop like that. You're going to want to get like a hot pad, because it's going to be so loud and you're going to be doing it for so long that they will come and hit you in the head with it. And if you got a good one, it'll kill you. Yeah, and so really you just want to take the seasoned end of your mortar and pestle. You see both of mine kind of are, but that one's more. And just start viciously grinding this stuff until it starts to break down. And then as it starts to break down, you can start to do more of a circular motion. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to speed up the tape on this because it takes 1,000 years. So yeah, check it out. So you can see kind of oils starting to come out of our dried pods, and the volume is starting to decrease as they get ground into smaller and smaller pieces. And what you can't tell is that there's just this amazing, really, really cool dried chili aroma coming off of the mortar and pestle. And so it's probably been about 15 minutes. It's probably going to be about 15 more before this is where we want it to be, where it'll kind of fade into the background and we won't have like chunks of dried chili while you're eating. One thing you can do to kind of help out a little bit is put something abrasive in there to speed it up. And I like to put a little bit of rainbow peppercorns in my chili. So I'm just going to sprinkle those into the mix there. Yeah. And that'll provide like a little bit of abrasion to help break up the dried chili peppers. All right, using the power of calories and extreme severe patience, we have bludgeoned the chili pepper mix of chili piquins, arbol, pasillas, guajillo into this kind of magical powder. It smells awesome. Dried chilies have this like rich earthiness that you don't get from fresh. And so the next part is to add in the more moist ingredients. So I'm going to take and put two cloves of garlic that I just split in there. And with the softer ingredients, it gets a lot easier now. You just kind of want to mush them up and get yourself a paste going. And so once I get the garlic nice and smashed, which takes a couple minutes, then we're going to start adding our very moist ingredients. And for that, I've got some delicious sambal and some olive oil, just to kind of turn it into a paste. And once we have a delicious chili paste, which the garlic is already starting to turn into, this is going to form the backbone, and all the rich chili flavor is going to start and end here in this chili base. But in addition, we're also going to be adding like quite a few fresh peppers also, because I want to get not just the dried chili taste, which is really what you think of when you think of a bowl of chili, but also put some like fresh pepper flavor in there, and heat too. Yeah, this is getting pretty good. And so next I'm going to add the oil to the bottom, and I'm going to add the sambal. Oh. And you would just want to, now you want to be more careful now, because I'm saying that as I got debris everywhere, but you don't want to slosh it too much. You just kind of want to grind it together, mix it up, and probably I would say another 3 minutes of mortar and pestling. And once you're done with that, then we're going to start putting our chili together properly. Alright, we have achieved a form of chili enlightenment here in this molcajete by way of chili paste that we've been working on for what seems like hours, but I think it's been roughly about 30 minutes of mortar and pestling. And our patience has been rewarded with a beautiful, beautiful rich chili paste. It's a really deep color, the color of a bowl of chili, which is kind of what I was going for. It's got little bits of garlic, nothing huge, it'll cook away down to nothing. But yeah, take a look. See if you can see. Look at that, look at the color on that. That's rich and dark, and that's exactly what I'm looking for my chili. So I'm going to take a tiny little taste. Look at the color of the oil, the rich coming from the sambal and the pepper. That is so like deep chili flavor. It's got like a halfway decent little burn to it too. Yeah, ooh, that's good. Rich, just essence of chili pepper flavor. The garlic is there, but it's really more to like just bring out the essence of peppers, and that's what we got. Absolutely fantastic. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna gently scrape this out of my my mortar and pestle, and I'm gonna put it put it aside, and then we're gonna start assembling the rest of our chili accoutrements. All right, so we made a fantastic chili paste, and now we just need fresh chili flavor to go along with our dried to really make this the ultimate chili eating experience on World's Hottest Chili Edition. And so, yeah, I got me 3 serranos, 3 habaneros, and a big old poblano. Definitely a grocery store all-star roster. At least if you're in South Texas, this is kind of what you get all the time. But I tell you what, they're absolutely delicious peppers. And they don't bring a ton of heat, but in mass quantities they kind of do. Not a ton, but that's why we got serranos. Serranos have this like insanely long-lasting burn, and habaneros just punch you in the face. And so I'm trying to get like a variety, a spectrum of burn, if you will, as I break down these vegetables. All right, we've got a beautiful pile of peppers. Look at that. It's quite a bit, actually. Yeah, so, I think this is going to bring the heat we want, the upfront, immediate heat of a fresh pot. It's going to bring like a nice, bright, and fresh chili flavor. We've got, chunks of poblano in here. We've got chunks of habanero and chunks of serrano in one little mix. When they come together, really nice, citrusy, grassy pipe flavor. And boy, it ain't. It does everything you could want from a bell pepper without having to have one. And this will offset the dried, earthy chili flavor of the chili paste that we made with some nice fresh brightness. I think it's going to work very well. As we're going to put this in the mix. And now, now that we have this completed, oh man, we're ready to move on to assembly of chili. So hang tight. And we're going to make some chili chun. Chili on chun. Chili. We're going to make chili on chili chun. Ah, yes. Hang on. In what is probably the most crowded my table's ever been, we have everything we need. Of course, we got our beautiful chili paste that we made earlier with many laborious hours on the mortar and pestle. I've got our veggie mix with our onions and our many chili peppers. And I've also got some diced up, look at these pretty little heirloom tomatoes I got. And there's a couple of those in there. There's all different styles of chili, but this is a chili cook-off, so I'm going for like the, meat, kidney beans, and tomatoes vibe, because that seems to be like the crowd-pleasing vibe. On that note, I've got my kidney beans. I don't use canned. You can. You can, but I don't. I don't like canned beans. I just don't. So I made some kidney beans fresh. And Lastly, we've got our ground beef already browned, and I like to use a mix. So I get them to grind some real coarse. I do probably about a half a pound of that, and then maybe about a pound of lean ground sirloin. And so you get like the lean steak flavor, but then you also get like chunky bits, and so you still get little mouthfuls of beef here and there. And also when you toss them together, I think the fat from the cheap meat kind of coats the sirloin and makes it a little juicier. So yeah, so we're gonna add our stuff. I'm gonna start with my beef, and nothing fancy. I'm just putting this in a crock pot. You know, this is easy. I mean, because everything's cooked separately. So the beans are already cooked, the meat's already cooked, the chili paste, you know, is not cooked yet. But really, our vegetables are going to cook, and everything's just going to come together into a stew. I like chili to be more of a stew consistency than a soup, real thick and hearty. And with the beans, it's about a pound of kidney beans. We got 2 pounds of meat. Yeah, 1.5 to 2 pounds of meat, 2 pounds of kidney beans. And you can see this is a heavy load on the crock pot. These vegetables are going to cook down. And then I've got my veggie mix in, like that. All right. Let's get that away. And then last but not least, make a little room in there. You don't want to damage the texture of your beans too much. And try not to overcook them if you cook them fresh to put them in, so they have a little texture and they don't just collapse. Either way, it's going to taste good though. Chili's about that slow cook kind of earthy flavor. There we go. Got my stuff, and then lastly we're going to add the thing that's going to make it go, and it's going to turn in an awesome color. This hearty dose of chili paste. Look at the oil it leaves. It's just a nutty, intense orange. There we go. Get that in there, and then a little bit of water, not a ton. Like, you're gonna want to kind of eyeball it, because again, I want it kind of a stew consistency. But those vegetables also need to cook down, and so I'm gonna add enough water to where I can kind of mix this around. Yeah, and you're gonna want to just keep an eye on it. You know, you're gonna want to cook it low, not high. Don't burn the vegetables, and don't let it turn into a soup. There we go. Perfect. And then, you know, last but not least, if we're going for world's hottest chili, the Last Dab Reduxx is its shortcoming as a hot sauce, which is a lack of salt and vinegar, is actually its strength as a cooking additive, because you get the nice flavor and you definitely get heat, but you don't risk over salting anything. That makes it pretty handy. I'm actually going to measure this. I don't want a ton. I'm not trying to kill anybody. But I do want to bring Ed Curry to the chili cook-off. So I'm going to go with a little dollop like that. It's probably about a half a tablespoon in the mix. And that's it. I'll probably have some more on my bowl, but I think that'll do just fine in the heat department. Yeah. So here we go. We got everything mixed in, and now we just need to let it cook. You know, everything come together and reduce. And so put this on low. If you're in a hurry, you can do it on high for a minute. Just be careful not to burn it. But I'm going to throw it on low, and then we'll check back in a couple hours and see how we're doing. All right, it's been several hours. It's dark, and I think it's time to have some chili finally. And so I brought some fantastic accoutrements to help me achieve. I've tasted this. It's already good and hot. It tastes fantastic. And now we're going to kick it up at another level with a little bit of chili head accessories. I'm going to start with the jigsaw peppers from Dave Ivan, or created by Dave Ivan, that was sent to me so kindly by Roy Graham. I'll take a good spoonful right in the bottom of the bowl, like that. Yeah. Yes. Wow. Excuse me. Yeah, we got that in there. I'm gonna take just a little bit of Last Dab, just a little bit. There's already a couple tablespoons in the chili. I actually added more after the fact, but a little bit of Last Dab also in our bowl. And I think that's gonna get us right where we need to go. Forgive me. Sinuses, airborne peppers. All right, so we're gonna take our Last Dab and our jigsaw peppers, and we're just going to pile on a beautiful ladle of our chili. Oh, look at the color on it. Yeah, get a good mix. Get everything all mixed up in there. But yeah, the chili took on a great color. It's that rich, earthy, deep red / beefy color. I think we did well to cook the kidney beans fresh instead of using canned because they're just gonna soak up all the delicious flavor of the broth. And then all of our fresh peppers bring like a brightness to the party. But now, ooh, man, the smell coming off this bowl is menacing though. Yeah, my favorite way ever since I was little to eat chili is with just a good old saltine cracker and a little bit of cheese. So I'm just gonna take like a nice bite of our 7 pepper Last Dab. I guess 8 pepper now that we put Jigsaw in there. 8 peppers. Last Dab chili. Uh, I'm not sure what to expect. I mean, heat, I guess. Cheers, YouTube. Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Oh. Oh. Yes, we have achieved a world hottest bowl of chili. I'm very confident that we have. It's very, very hot. The jigsaws are just brutal. I mean, they just attack. And, and then the last dab is this really intense sensation. Oh, not quite painful, like almost like a numbing, hammering sensation. But the chili was already pretty hot. And putting this stuff on there has taken it to a new level of heat. But I tell you what, the flavor is fantastic. It's just really, really delicious. Rich chili pepper flavor. And chili peppers, especially dried and beef, the flavors just back of the throat. Oh god. They go really well together. And then the fresh peppers, they kind of have the gap bridged between beef and fresh peppers by the dried, so it all really comes together. A really nice flavor. That being said, it's really quite hot. Yeah, it's a very hot bowl of chili. And so I think a lot of times on these world hottest, we don't get stuff that ends up being very, very hot, but this is very, very, very hot. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Click like if you're into, cooking, really crazy hot batches of chili and stuff, or any other reason at all. And click subscribe if you haven't already. After you do that, ring the little bell. You'll be notified every time we conduct another grand chili experiment on my person. And I appreciate you watching. Yeah. Happy chili making, and I'll see you next time on Chili Chunn.